Welcome to Collect on Arctic's How-To series. Let's review the collector's interface. In this episode, we will review the splash page, the call queue floating menu, and account information. Let's begin with the splash page. When a collector logs in, they will see two main components, the search feature and the splash page. The search feature is designed to allow you to search for any debtor in the system by account number, first name, last name, social security number, and phone number. The splash page is divided into 6 areas and provides a graphical representation of your collections, forecasts, and queues. Please note that all figures represent transactions within the current calendar month. Total collections. This graph shows you cumulative collections by day for the month. This line will be color-coded blue. The yellow line denotes daily non-cumulative collections. Promises. This bar graph shows you the total promises for the month, broken promises for the month, satisfied promises that have been fulfilled by payment, and future promises. Queue assignment. This pie chart will show your account assignment by queue. This is a graphical representation of all of the accounts that are currently assigned to you and how many accounts are in each queue. The queue status matrix pie chart analyzes all of the accounts throughout all queues and allows you to view them in 4 categories. Active accounts in purple, which are accounts that you have begun working on. New business, which is identified by the light blue color. Broken promises are in light green, and future promises are cream colored. Forecast. This horizontal bar graph shows forecasted collections throughout the end of the month. The total collections is identified by the blue bar, which shows the total collections up through today's date. Post-dated, identified by the red bar, shows the post-dated payments from tomorrow's date through the end of the month. Forecast total, identified by the green bar, is a forecasted collection total through the month's end. The forecasted total amount is computed by total collections plus post-dated payments divided by today's day. This will give you the average daily collection amount. To get the total forecasted amount, multiply the average daily collection number by the total days in the month. The last box contains daily and monthly goals listed, which can be set in the Manager system under the Department link and the sublink Manage Employees. Right next to that is the percentage of collections to your goal. These are highlighted by the color codes red, indicating that 0 to 50% of goal has been reached, yellow, 51 to 75% of goal has been reached, blue, 76 to 99% has been reached, and green means that 100% or above of goal has been reached. In the next section, you will see the total promise statuses broken into 3 categories: broken promises, promises that are due today, and promises that are due in the future. Just below that is today's work printout showing all accounts that you have worked today. The Call Queue floating menu is a list of all of the queues that are currently assigned to you. By simply placing the mouse over the Call Queue banner, this will expose a list of all of the queues that are assigned to you. Simply mouse over the queue that you would like to enter and click that queue. This will send you to the View Account Information page, which will provide additional information about the accounts in that queue. At the top, you will see 3 boxes. These 3 boxes show My Collections for today, My Collections for this week, and My Collections for this month. Just below that is a pie chart of the accounts currently comprised in this queue. The next section is divided into 6 key sections: accounts past due, accounts due to be called today, future work, letter requests, checks pending, and credit cards pending. Let's start with accounts past due and accounts due today. These 2 sections simply show the current date to call status of these accounts. These sections are divided into 4 columns. the Artic ID, date to call, and the TMZ column. If the status is set to open, this means one of two things. The first is that the phone number field is blank. The second is the area code does not correspond to any known time zone. The last column, the Change Date column, allows you to change the current date and call time of the account. Simply click on the calendar icon, choose a date, choose a time, and then click Submit. Future Work shows accounts that are to be called in the future. The next section, Letter Requests, shows any letters that have been requested for any account in this queue. This section is divided into 3 columns: the Artic ID, the description, and status. Status column can have 3 statuses. Under review, which means that you have requested a letter, but management has not yet approved or declined it. Approved, which signifies that the request was approved by management. And declined, which means that management has declined the request. The next 2 sections, checks pending and credit cards pending, will show all post-dated, bounced or declined checks and credit card payments in the system. To view an account, simply click on the Artic ID and you will be brought to the Account Workflow screen. The Account Workflow screen is divided into 4 main sections: Workflow, Support Management, Disposition or Action Codes, and Notes. Let's review the Workflow section. The Workflow section is divided into 2 sections: Debtor Demographics and Account Information. In the Debtor Demographics area, please note one key section: Social Security. If the Social Security number has a green exclamation, as in the example, simply click on this hyperlink to view accounts containing the same Social Security number. In the Account section, please note 2 key fields: the settlement percentage and settlement amount. The settlement percentage is the lowest amount that you can take to settle the account. The settlement percentage is assigned during the upload of the file and is specific to the entire portfolio. If you would like to update the settlement percentage, you must log into the system as an administrator, click the Management link, click the Update Accounts sublink, and then click Settlement Percentage. Just below that is the Next Account link. Clicking this will bring you to the next account in the queue. Please note that you cannot move on to the next account until the account is dated out. To date out an account, click on the calendar icon in the orange area below. Also note that before a payment can be taken on an account, the account must be settled. To settle an account, click the hyperlinked dollar amount in the light blue area below. A box will open up. In this box, you can enter in the agreed amount. The agreed amount is any amount that is not less than the settlement amount and not greater than the balance. Once an agreed amount has been entered and the Enter Amount button pressed, payment buttons will appear at the bottom of the page, allowing you to take the payment. The next section is the Support Management section. The Support Management section is where all support information for this account is provided. The next section is the Disposition or Action Code section. These hold or action codes are divided into 2 main areas. The items in red, once clicked and submitted, lock down the account, and only a manager can reverse this action. The items in black are codes that identify the current status of the account. The last section is Enter Notes. Simply enter a note in the dialog box, choose an action code, and click Submit. This concludes this episode. Thank you for listening to Artic's How-To series.